Hey everyone, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I am Bueller, and this is my good friend Bullseye Bob. Bob, how you doing today?
Doing fantastic. We're back in the saddle again. How can I be any better?
It's pretty awesome. This is going to be episode 155 of the brand new Coffee and Comic Show. And as you guys might remember, we haven't done this for about a year and a half. And we are now back because I am here in Portland for a little while. And he lives here in Portland. And so we're going to do this show again because people ask about it all the time. But we always start with the coffee that we're drinking. Yep. And today we're drinking Folgers.
Folgers.
So cheers. It's just black Folgers coffee. It's nothing special. I'll take a sip. Tastes like crap.
There's nothing wrong with Folgers.
Nothing wrong with Folgers. Actually, we're going to have our friends from the Comics on Coffee. They're sending us some coffee. It just didn't get here yet, but it will be here probably next week. We're going to get some of that Batman roast and the Green Lantern roast. Maybe some... They asked if we wanted tea.
Tea?
That's what I said. I said, no, we don't want no freaking tea. But you know what? They're probably going to send it anyway. But if you guys want tea, you can go to their website and enter the code Bueller. Apparently, it still works.
That's awesome.
And you save 15% on all your coffee and tea needs, I guess.
Right? Tea.
Yeah. So, but we don't want the tea. It's Lord of the Rings tea. It's like Frodo Baggins tea.
Ask him for the Scarecrow, that pumpkin spice one. I like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was good.
But the Batman is the one with the Todd McFarlane.
Yeah.
The picture on the front, from the cover of the Batman.
And it's good coffee.
That was my idea.
I do know that. Sure.
I was like, you guys need to put that on the cover of the bag. Like, oh, that's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. Did I get any money for that?
Nope.
No. But I do get some coffee, so we're going to be showing that next week. But the first thing we want to do is say hello, everyone.
How's it going, guys?
It's a pleasure being back. I've missed this gentleman quite a bit. And actually, you might not know this, but 4 years ago this month, I bought my bus.
Was it 4 years ago?
It's been 4 years since I bought the bus. And then, of course, I worked on it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then I was on the road a few months later. But yeah, this month right now is 4 years since I bought the bus. So if that gives you guys any perspective, over the last 4 years, we've only made 3 of these videos.
Really have.
So we have a pretty shitty track record. But like I said, we are back right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing some videos. And we got a bunch of stuff to kind of go over. But let me kind of show you guys how this show works. If you guys are new watching this. Basically, this is a topic-driven show. We asked a topic on the preview video that comes out earlier in the week, and then you leave comments on that video, and then we take those comments, the ones we like, and we bring them into the show when we read your comments on air, and because we like to get you guys involved. We'll also be sharing the topic for next week on this video, so if you want to leave a comment on this video for next week, we can resource that as well. But that's kind of how this works, and that's why it's such an interactive show, because we have your information. We're responding to what you guys say. And that's the way it's always worked, and people seem to like it. So
yeah, no, it's great. I mean, it's a format where you guys are actually driving the conversation, and it gives us something to talk about every week. We don't have to come up with anything.
Yeah, we don't have any original ideas.
But you guys get to be a part of it.
We're like, okay, that's good enough. And then, of course, I always give him the long ones to read.
Of course you do.
Yeah, some things never change. Actually, I was pretty equal this time around.
Yeah, you're pretty good this time.
Yeah, I tried it. But next week, it's going to be a lot different. Like, here's the paragraph one that you got to read. Here's the 2-word one I have to read.
Thanks, pal.
That's okay. I am the host. You're the co-host.
This is true.
So there you go. Okay, well, let me go ahead and get through a rundown of what we got coming on the show today. The first thing we're going to go through is what to expect and what's new on the show, because we are going to have some new segments going forward. We're going to do our first 5. That's a staple of the show. That's brought to you by Comic Capsule. We didn't have our topic. That's brought to you by the 616 Comics. That's a new sponsor of the show. And our topic today is the current health of your LCS. And a lot of people responded to it. And honestly, it was pretty positive. A lot of people were saying, hey, my LCS is doing pretty good. A couple of ones that aren't doing that well. And we know of a few ourselves that are having some hard times. So we're going to talk about that during the topic. We do our Was It Good segment. That's when we tell each other if it was good.
That's right.
So I look at Bob and I say, Bob,
what is this?
Was it good?
Yeah.
And Bob goes, oh yeah.
Baby.
Just like the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah. So, and then Bob, you asked me the same thing, right?
I do. Was it good?
And I said, oh, baby, it was good. Or maybe it wasn't good.
Who knows?
Maybe it was a bad experience. We've all had those.
Yes, we have.
How many of those have you had?
Too many.
Yeah. Okay. So that's the ones that are good. And then we're gonna go on to our random thoughts segment. Well, we're rebranding the random thoughts to shoot the shit. It's the same thing. It's just random thoughts. It's random topics, and that's brought to you by Blackbox Comics. You can go to their website, blackboxcomics.net, enter the code Bueller10, save 10% on their stuff there. And then we'll finish the show, how we start the show, with the final five, brought to you by Comic Capsule. Oh, I forgot. Bueller works on there, 10%. Save some money.
There you go.
So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Now that we did the rundown, and we talked a little, naughty. I need to sit with God. Okay, go ahead and say something stupid, Bob.
Hey, it's me. There you go. That's stupid.
Okay. People like this show. People are like, oh, we're pretty excited about it coming back.
I don't know about anybody else, but as soon as I found out we were going to be doing this, I got excited. So, I guess as long as I'm excited, it's all right.
And that's what counts.
That's what counts.
It kind of came to be to where, like I said earlier, I'm kind of here in Portland for a little while, and me and Bob and our other Portland comic crew were sitting around, and I'm like, hey, Bob's like, I kind of miss some things, I kind of need a little more joy in his life. I'm like, you know what, this was always something we enjoyed doing.
Very much so.
And even though, like, if we were having a bad day before we started doing this, by the end of it, we were just laughing. And it made the day that much better. So I'm looking forward to sharing those moments yet again with Bob. But let's go ahead and tell you guys what to expect on the show. First things first, since we're back, we got to do a giveaway.
There you go.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing giveaways every week for the next, we're planning on doing this for 8 weeks. So every week there's a giveaway. Let me show you guys what you'll get on this week's giveaway, if I can find it, everything. Yeah, I have it right here. And this week's giveaway, and all you gotta do to enter this giveaway is just leave a comment on this video after it's done. That's it. But there's like 5 or 6 books, and you'll get World Tree #1. I believe that's the error cover, which I don't know what that means. We have Hyde Street #1 as well. We have Ghost Machine #1. We have Black Hammer Spiral City #1. And one of my favorites, the Scumbag #1. And then, not only that, but we have a comic capsule enclosed, because you'll get the comic capsule, Exquisite Corpses #1, autographed by none other than James Tinian.
Nice.
So thank you, James, for the autograph. And we're going to be giving this away along with all these other books and probably some other stuff. Probably a couple of Comics with Bueller exclusives.
You still have those.
Some Ninja Funks are coming your way. If not like the book, but definitely use to pack it up,
Right.
I use those to pack. I literally just rip. I have 2 boxes left, like hundreds of copies of them. I just rip them all up and use them to stuff the bag.
You guys should have seen before you left. Crazy. I mean, he was putting them all over Portland.
Oh, I was just dumping them on tables. Yeah. I had so many of them. I mean, we sold a lot, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But most people just wanted the shiny one or the metal one. And then they have that virgin copy. Yeah. It was just the dumbest looking book in the world.
It was just like this big gray spot with nothing on it.
It was so stupid, man. Even I showed. I remember talking to Comic Tom. He's like, "Oh, did you get your exclusive?" I go, "Yeah, but the virgin copy looks bad." He goes, "No, I'm sure it's fine." I show you. He goes, "No, dude, that looks horrible." I go, "Yeah."
Yeah.
But it was an homage to Action Comics #1.
Yeah. And
you will be getting a couple of those whoever wins. And when I say a couple, I mean like 10.
So
there you go. So we do have a giveaway. We also have Robbie's Pick of the Week.
Yes.
And that's going to be returning. And actually, I want to play a video. And I'm going to have Bob watch this in real time with us. And the video will pop up on the screen here. So that way you guys can watch it as well. But Robbie sent us the message. And that's Robbie from Pop Culture. You know that guy?
Yeah, that guy.
He's always Pick of the Week. Whatever. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to Robbie's message here real quick.
Some say might be one of the greatest comic book review shows of all time. I don't really know much about that, but I do know one thing. There's been a lot of this GOAT conversation lately. Who is the greatest comic book reviewer of all time? Who is the greatest comic book YouTuber of all time? Who is the greatest professional wrestler of all time? Who is the greatest point guard of all time? Magic Johnson. But one thing I know beyond a shadow of a doubt is what is the greatest of all time when it comes to comic book shows here on YouTube. And the GOAT is the show you're watching right now. The Coffee and Comic Show with Bueller and Bullseye Bob. Y'all, this show is the GOAT. Bueller and Bob, they are the GOATs. This is the most entertaining. This is the most complex. This is the most nuanced and the most authentic comic book show on YouTube. And we've been through a long famine without it. And I've been feeling the pain of the audience because I myself am the audience. So I am so exhilarated, so ecstatic to be here for the return of the beloved coffee and comic show, the greatest comic book YouTube show of all time. That's awesome. Bueller, you're my boy. I love you so much. Travis, you know you the best, right? Then Bullseye Bob, one of the most authentically generous and real people I've ever met in this industry. You both are top-notch, super dudes. So excited you enjoy the flowers everybody's sending you for this grand return because they are well deserved and earned. You two are the best. Hell, you're the greatest of all time. So there you go, y'all. Coming from me, there you go. Anyway, so excited to be here, to be a part, once again, of such an iconic, legendary show. Speaking of iconic, legendary shows, the CBC Awards, you have to October 11th to cast the vote you want. PCP's been nominated, but a lot of other great people have been nominated too. So go check it out at cbcawards.org and vote for whoever you deem appropriate.
I think he does have a pick of the week.
But I would suggest voting for Magic Johnson. I don't think he's nominated. And you know what? That's not really right, is it? Anyway, thank you guys so much. Bueller, Bob, I love you. Audience, you're the best. We'll catch you next time. Oh, and my pick of the week is...
We don't know. We don't know. It's some wrong B book probably. We don't know.
Always wrong B.
Or something. But you know what? I just want to say thank you, Robbie, for that. Robbie is going to be involved going forward on this. He had a segment on here called Pick of the Week, and we'd highlight his pick of the week and we'd talk about it and stuff. We haven't read hardly any books, so I did see what his pick of the week was, but I don't even know what it is.
Oh, okay.
You know, but anyway, I just want to tell Robbie, should I tell a story about Robbie?
Tell a story about Robbie.
You know what? We're having a good time, and Robbie's going to kill me for this because he just, he just like laid out like, oh, we love you, which is great. So anyway, I'm okay, here we go. Oh, cheers. So me and Robbie, I'm hanging out with Robbie in Huntsville, okay? And as you saw in there, he's wearing a Fright Night shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, he kind of likes horror shirts and stuff. And so we go to this place, and he's kind of there's a waitress that works there, a bartender that works there, and she's really nice. And I think he was trying to impress her and stuff like that. And one time they were talking, and she's like, "Oh, I'm really into horror movies and stuff like that." And he had a horror movie T-shirt, and that's kind of what sparked the conversation and stuff. So we go back like a couple nights later, and he's like, he doesn't have a horror shirt with him at the time, but he brings one with him, so it's in the car. So we go into the thing, and like when we walk in, he's like, "Oh shit, I forgot to wear my horror shirt." So he goes out to the car, changes his shirt, comes back in, and the waitress goes, "Did you change your shirt?" I'm like just sitting there like, oh my god, dude.
Oh, no way.
But that's why he's gonna kill me for that. But anyway.
Robbie, we love you.
We do love you, man. So anyway, Robbie's pick of the week is back. Another thing we want to focus on with what to expect, we're gonna bring a lot of attention to independent publishers. That's kind of our goal this time around. I got some stuff I want to share today from Critical Entertainment as well. We're also going to have a couple new segments on here going forward. Not this week. We have Castle's Corner. My buddy John, all the way over there in Florida, he does a Castle's Corner with his pick of the week and stuff, and like he does a really energetic review, and so we'll have that. A Sleepy Reader, our good friend 666. We're just going to call it Sleepy Reader Spotlight. He wanted to say it's something sexual. I was like, come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Come on, Damon.
Something like loincloth wonders or whatever.
Right,
I don't know.
He's bare-chested buddies.
He's really bare-chested buddies, yeah. He's really into Conan.
Right.
And next week he'll be reviewing Conan for us. There's a new Conan number 25. We're going to get a copy. Titan sending us a copy. And we're going to have Damien do that for us. And also, I just want to say real quick kind of how... we do have a Patreon for this. It's a price of one comic book a month. It's $3.99 a month. If you want to join our Patreon, please feel free to do so. Basically, what we used to do is if we got a new Patreon or if we got a super chat like during the premiere, we would recognize them next week on the following show. So if you do join our Patreon If you do, drop us a super chat. You don't have to, but if you do, we will make sure that we bring that up next week and give you guys the credit that you deserve. But if you think we're worth one comic book a month,
subscribe.
You know, not the dollar one.
Right.
Not the Image First ones.
No, not the Image First ones.
You get 4 of those. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's to expect. So let's go ahead and jump to our very first segment. And our first segment is our first 5 brought to you by Comic Capsule. You can go to their website. The link is down below. Use that code Bueller. You save 10%. And we're going to take this off right here, and we're going to let Bob go first.
All right.
With the first 5. Let's see if he can drop any of these.
Can you navigate this? Okay, so the first one I got here is Cobra Commander #1.
There you go.
Oops. I'm going to shake the whole table.
There you go. And we'll do like a
round table.
Yeah, you put it, then I'll grab it.
There we go. Sounds good to me.
Oh,
what are you doing to me, man?
Okay.
All right. We got Wolverine Revenge #1.
Yeah.
Great Greg Capullo cover.
Okay.
There you go.
No. You put it down there.
Okay.
And then I'll grab it.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. That's the system right here.
That's the system. Okay. Then I got the Young Nomads #1.
I got that.
Signed cover.
I got that in the 50-cent bin. That's signed by the creators.
That's amazing.
He didn't bring his own first and final 5, so he's
you know why
mine.
you have to point that out.
You know what?
And I don't know which comic this is, but
that's Green Dress Lady.
Green Dress Lady.
Yeah, Green Dress Lady #1.
But it's an awesome cover.
It is an awesome cover. So there you go. I got all these at LA Comic Con.
Nice.
So one more to go.
And then also another cover for Wolverine Revenge #1. That's the gang cover. And there's the first 5.
There you go. That's your first 5.
It's my first 5.
Okay. So I'm going to keep these over here. All right. You ready for mine?
Yes.
Okay. It's the same deal. Okay. Can you handle this?
Yeah, let's go.
Just like all of mine are in the Comic Capsule.
Oh,
and they're all themed. Okay, really? Like the blue, because there's different colors of the Comic Capsule, and that's part of our deal. I gotta show them the capsule, but that's okay. So we got X-Men #24 in a blue Comic Capsule.
That was really nice.
How cool that is. And I matched these all up so they kind of go with like what the cover looks like and stuff.
That's really cool.
Here is a Violator #1 in a orange Comic Capsule.
Really nice looking as well.
Yeah. And we got this whole swip swap thing going pretty good.
I'm telling you, it's a system.
We got Batman #108 in a pink Comic Capsule.
Remember the pink Batman in the '66 show?
No, nobody does.
Come on now.
Okay, and then we got Batman at #93 in a purple Comic Capsule, and as you can see, all these covers kind of match the color of the
It's
capsule.
nice.
Yeah,
look at you being all color coordinated.
They actually have glow in the dark ones.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were colorblind, man.
Then the last one I have is Amazing Spider-Man #17 in a green Comic Capsule. That's probably my favorite one right there.
That's really cool.
Yeah, not bad.
Let me leave this one up here.
Yeah, let's leave that one up there. That's pretty cool. It's nice to look at. Okay, no, you're trying to take them.
I'm just going to put them over here on your table.
Yeah. Anyway, that's our first final 5 in a year and a half.
Look at that.
And brought to you by Comic Capsule. So let's go ahead and jump on into our topic. And our topic is brought to you by, I don't know, the 616 Comics. And we got a couple of their books right up here. You probably can't see it because of the glare. We're working on the kinks a little bit, just so you guys know.
First time in a year and a half. Give us a break.
And you know what, the stage, or whatever you want to call this, the set, it might evolve over the next couple weeks to make it more comfortable for both of us. But this is just something we threw together in about 10 minutes.
He did in 10 minutes. He does amazing with this stuff.
Okay, what am I looking at here? Okay, here we go. We did that one, right? New topic. There we go.
New topic.
The topic is brought to you by the 616 Comics. You can go to their website. The link is down below. They got a bunch of exclusives. They come out with a ton of exclusives actually every week. And actually, Bob, if you want to go first, because I got to pull up mine on my iPad here because I was going to use my phone, but my phone's recording this, so I didn't figure that out.
Until just before the show.
I was like, I can't see that far. So you got the first one, okay?
Okay, so the first one comes to us from Comic Collection Agency. He says, my LCS owner at Bub's Comics in Gilroy, California, got another job instead of closing his shop down. He said the shop pays for itself, but he has a mortgage bill and a wife at home. That'll do it. And so he took a second job doing security at night and has to close on slow days now.
Yeah.
So he's adapting.
Yeah, and that's probably what you have to do, because honestly, A lot of these comments that we got were very positive, which is great. I was really happy to hear that. But the second job thing that's a thing. I mean, that's the running the comic shop full time. You have that, but in order to make things work, just to pay your regular bills, you might have to pick up something else.
Right.
And I'm assuming he doesn't have like employees, or maybe not very many,
right.
You know, because he's got to do the second job and stuff like that. But it is harder. It's not. There's not a lot of money to be made, and obviously with the situation that Diamond put everybody in.
Yeah.
And you know, it was bad for everybody. It was bad for shops. It was bad for publishers. It was bad for creators. It was bad for us people that buy the books.
Yeah.
You know, and so the dig out from that is still ongoing.
Yeah.
And this is probably a direct thing that he's digging out from, because I'm sitting there waiting for my stuff and it doesn't come. I used to work for Software Etc., which is now GameStop. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna go. This is a long time ago, but people might not know this, but they went bankrupt.
They did. Okay.
And I remember, like, how come the games didn't show up? And I'm sitting there waiting for, like, I think it was Twisted Metal, which was a pretty big game, and it never showed up. I'm like, what's going on? And it's like we're expecting this stuff in, and then it never shows up. So what do? You got to make do. I mean, I wasn't on the hook for any of this, obviously, but the company was. But that's what they were looking at. This stuff just stopped showing up. You know, stuff that you need to sell that brings the customers in stopped showing up. So you start over almost. And it sounds like this guy is doing what he needs to do to start over and make things work. And hopefully, as time goes on, you know, he can just focus more attention on the shop. So
keep his head above water until things come back. I mean, we're in a place where, like, the pandemic was the perfect storm when it came to the comic industry. Comic book industry, raising up.
Yeah.
I mean, people were buying to feel that extra cash, and it was good. But now we're in almost a perfect storm when it comes to the downside of it. We had the whole thing with Diamond happen. There was a couple of different scandals that happened. The economy is not good, and so right now, I mean, comic shops are going to have to do basically what he's doing if you want to stay above and adapt. Now, there are some, as we'll see, in some of the comics that are doing really well. But during this time, I mean, you do what you can to stay afloat.
Exactly. Bob, who was that by again? I'm sorry. Maybe I missed that part.
I said it. It was My Comic Collection Agency.
Okay. My Comic Collection Agency. More props to you, my friend.
For sure.
Doing what needs to be done. So that's
absolutely
awesome. Okay, I got the next one here with Anton Masupius. I think it is 568. It says, my comic shop is doing pretty well for right now. They have good people there. They're selling comics. They have given up on toys because it's just too hard to get toys these days. But they have lots of comics, and they can even mail them to you. So if you can't get to the store, they'll mail it to you, or they'll even let somebody else pick them up for you. Thought it was all the way in, though it's all the way in Staten Island. So if you're around Staten Island, there you go. But it sounds like, once again, that shop is doing, hopefully the people picking up your comics, you know who that person is.
Of course.
And not just some random, I'm here for John's Comics with friends. And he changed it to with friends. Ah, look at that. Okay, work that all in there.
Yeah, that's
just
awesome.
like that. But hopefully you know that person that's picking up your stack of comics.
Yeah.
Or maybe if they pay for them for you, just leave them there. That'd be nice.
That'd be nice.
Do you know that one time, and we're going to give a shout out to Donnie Cates.
All right.
Donnie Cates, really good guy. I've known him for a long time. I really hope that he comes back someday and does stuff. That's a whole other story. But when the pandemic was going on, his local comic shop, Austin Comics, he went and paid for everybody's box.
Really?
He went and paid for everyone's box in there for them to pick up the book. I remember reading an article about it. I've never talked to him about it, but there was an article about him going in and paying for everybody's books and stuff. And
that's amazing. That's incredibly generous.
And he didn't even take them. He just left them there.
Oh, he didn't even take them. I paid for your box. Comics aren't there, but
yeah. So, but anyway, Anton, I appreciate the comment here. It does sound like they're giving up on toys, so it's a lot of comic shops diversified and carried a bunch more things. Toys were also brought to you by Diamond, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, they had a whole distribution on toys.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know what the McFarlane toys is. If you go get the McFarlane stuff directly through him now, because it seems like McFarlane is doing every toy that there is right now.
Oh, amazing.
He's got every license in the world, so I think that's probably the only one you need to have to get toys, unless you want those those little cuddly things that you like. Smurfs.
Get out of here.
Remember Smurfs?
Well, first it was Trolls, now it's Smurfs.
No, but you remember the deep cut Smurf line I said years ago?
Yeah.
If anyone knows that line, that's a deep cut right there. All the way around.
You're bringing it all the way back around.
Okay, all right, you got the next one.
Sure thing. All right, so our next one comes from Gerard Miller 113. He says, I have 2 LCSs. One is Midtown Comics, which is walking distance from my office in Manhattan. They have about 4 to 5 locations in New York City. The one I go to seems to be flourishing. My second LCS is Mainstream Comics in Millburn, New Jersey. This place is 35-minute drive from my home. They have the utmost organized and best selection for back issues I've seen. They also seem to be doing well.
Yeah. You know, organization goes a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, prices on your books. You know, I've been to many shops, no prices.
No prices.
As a sign said, we'll price them at the register. That's bullshit. We've talked about that before.
Yeah.
Any comic shop that's doing the we'll price them at the register thing is just like, I'm walking out the door.
Exactly.
And I remember I went to go visit a comic shop, and they knew I was coming, okay? The night before, I made a post about people not pricing the books, and it was their sign.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh. I tried to, oh, sorry about that. But they were really kind and stuff, and I think they understood what I'm talking about, you know. But organization goes a long way. I've been to a lot of messy comic shops, and, if you guys don't know, and most of you guys do know, I've been traveling for the last 3+ years. Mm-hmm. I've been going to comic shops all over the country. So I've seen a vast majority of the comic shops. And I've said this before, probably more than anyone else over the current last 3+ years. So there's a wide variety of just really organized shops that will get my business every time. Mm-hmm. And then you go into a shop where you can't even, find a door to get out.
Yeah.
It's such a disaster. And so I think if you have the time now, if it's slower, then some of the shops should have took advantage of it. Get organized,
sure.
get things going, make it look good, so that way new people walk in the door. Because you're not going to get new customers like the regular customer. Oh, I just came, I saw the movie, I wanted to get this book. If they walk into this shop and it looks like dog shit.
Yeah.
They're going to walk right out the door. So it should look nice.
It goes a long way. I mean, you go into a shop that's nicely organized and looks nice, and maybe they got some really cool stuff up. It makes it appealing.
Yeah.
And you're right. I've been into some shops and it looks like an episode of Hoarders.
Hoarders.
It's just like everything's everywhere.
Yeah.
And look, I get it. Owning a comic shop is a lot of work. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're buying back issues, you're cycling out, your new issues, and I mean, it's a constant flow of work all the time. But I mean, that's the choice that you made. Make sure your place looks nice.
Yeah.
Especially during times like this when you really want to have new customers come in.
Yeah.
But great comment. It just goes to show that there are comic shops out there that are absolutely flourishing.
Yeah.
And I think that's great.
Very cool. Okay, I got this one here from Jazz Pitko, something like that. I don't know if I'm getting these names right because YouTube kind of shows like the @ symbol, and then when you go to their thing, it shows like I don't know, but you guys can figure it out.
Yeah.
So they said you can tell that business is down since the COVID comic explosion. I don't think we're supposed to say COVID anymore. We probably just got demonetized or whatever.
Thank you, YouTube.
2 of my local shops have shifted significantly to card games to the point I don't really consider them comic stores anymore. A few others seem to be doing okay, especially Captain Comics in Bradford, who have a great reward program. I do worry for the future of comics and, by extension, comic shops, given the questionable quality of the writing in most mainstream books and the endless #1s, crossover events, variant covers. Less is more. Miss you guys. Your friend Michael. Yeah, it's Michael.
Hey, Michael.
In Canada. That's who I thought it was. Because he's got a little picture up there. I'm like, yeah, that's who that is.
Oh, nice.
You can tell by the profile thing.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom part of that, the endless #1s, crossover events, the variant, that's been going on forever now.
Yeah, and you're not going to get away from that.
Yeah, and it's just, now they got the new thing, the blind bags thing. And people have asked us to talk about the blind bags, and I think that's something we'll hit going forward.
Sure,
and stuff.
sure.
But as far as the other things that he kind of mentioned there, like you said, they're not going away.
No,
it's just that it is the market it is, and that's okay. You don't have to jump on everything. Just be selective and stuff. But I do notice the fact where he talks about shops that don't really resemble comic shops, that are quote comic shops. I wasted a lot of time going to quote a comic shop. Like I'd go on my route. Okay, I'm going through Minnesota, and I'd type Minnesota comic shops. Okay, then they'd show me a list, and I'd go to these comic shops, and the comics were the afterthought. I mean, they were like in the back. I had more comics on my bus than they did, and then here I drove like 100 miles to get to this shop. So, and they've all kind of turned to cards or toys and other stuff, and some weird stuff.
Weird stuff?
Yeah.
I do know.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so the number of comic shops that are actually in the United States, I think that number is a lot less than what they think it is, because sure, you might have some comics in there, but if it's not your main focus, or like an afterthought, I don't really consider that a comic shop.
No. I actually have it's kind of a pet peeve with me. You go to some of these places, like if I go on vacation, I'm going to look up and see what comic shops are in the area, because I, visit comic shops out of town. Yeah. If you call yourself a comic shop and on your shelf you got 3 graphic novels, you're not a comic shop. Yeah. What do they call it on like clickbait? Well, it's like comic bait. You wanted me to come in the store, but you got no comics. Mm-hmm. It's not a comic shop. That always bothered me.
Yeah. All right, you're up next.
All right.
I think you are.
You think so?
I think so.
I hope so.
What?
Hey, here's our old friend, Old Wolf, 65.
Yeah.
He says, my LCS seems pretty healthy. They don't seem to overextend or overbuy ratios. Time Capsule in Seekonk, Massachusetts is a great LCS. Tell Jeff and Tony he sent you.
There you go. I just wanted to read Tony's comment.
That's awesome.
I don't really have a response to that. He's a good dude. I've hugged him and stuff, and he grabbed my butt a little bit, And
Tony!
So, yeah. I've been on his live streams a few times, and stuff, so I just wanted to read Tony's thing.
That's awesome.
He's a good guy. So, anything?
No, I mean, you just mentioned comic shops overextending themselves, and, in this particular time, maybe that's something that, you don't want to do just because of the climate. So
there you go. All right, I got this next one. This is Second Floor Comics 7648. My LCS is only a year in business. Seems to be doing well right now. How do you tell when the LCS is headed into the trash? And then they say, 5 a.m., WTF. I will catch the replay at a decent time after work between 5 and 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, so last part of that. Dude, we've been doing the 5 a.m. thing
forever.
For years. 154 episodes and now 55 episodes of 5 a.m. on Monday morning, Pacific Standard Time, because it's 8 o'clock on the East Coast. But you can always watch the replay, and a lot of people watch the replay. That's most of our views come from the replay on this. So, but we're not changing our time. So WTF, it just is what it is.
But it is a great way to spend your Monday morning if you want to wake up, grab a cup of coffee, and hang out with us for a bit.
Turn off the cable news and watch us instead. We're happier.
The video's not live, but the chat's live.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
how do you tell if your LCS is headed in the trash? I don't know.
Well, I think we mentioned a few things.
If you go there and there's nobody there?
That's true.
Yeah.
Or that would be a thing.
Yeah, or if like all the stuff that we just said happened.
Yeah.
Or something like that. Or, if like you go in there with your wife and the guy that owns it hits on your wife.
Yeah.
That's trash, man.
That would be trash.
Yeah. He's like, hey, pretty lady.
It's in a bad part of the neighborhood.
Would you like a free box?
Oh, come on.
A bad part of the neighborhood. Okay.
Oh, man.
All right, you got one more, and I got one more after that.
All right, sounds good. This one comes from Nova, 1969. He says,
Nova.
How's it going, Nova? He says, I believe my comic shop is very healthy. They recently bought their own building, and it is a very bright and professional atmosphere. They sell online, and they do a new comic book Facebook presentation with the group every Tuesday night, with the same people tuning in every week. They're building a community around comics. They also have a free comic for A's program for kids that get A's on their report card.
That's awesome.
I love that.
Sounds like they're doing the extra stuff, extra mile. Only the building is so big because rent's so expensive.
It's huge.
I think Infinity Flux in Chattanooga, Tennessee, they bought the building that they were at, and then they've extended their store in the 3 other sections that were in the building. They all kind of connect.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And, let's just be honest, like rent for this one place I know that's closing, actually I think they closed, was like $5,000.
True.
$5,000 for a rent for a comic shop. that's a lot of books you got to sell just to pay the rent.
You're gonna sell $5,000 just to pay the rent.
Yeah, it's just nuts. So I mean, hats off to buying the building.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
You can do whatever you want with the rest of the building. You know, like some other shops that he likes to go into.
Oh, why are you picking on me with that?
Oh, like a coffee shop.
Oh, okay, thank you.
This guy, leave him alone for a few years.
But I also like, that they're, building their presence online. I mean, you have the preview video that goes out every week, but it sounds like on Tuesday nights they're previewing what's coming out and talking about it with a community. Making sure their presence is there online.
Yeah.
And then doing things like having this program for kids, right? You give them incentives to come in and grab a comic book. Maybe I'd go 3 to 5 comic books, but still, it's great. I mean, I don't see very other shops doing things to bring kids in.
Yeah.
And that's the lifeblood of the, the reason why it's thrived the way it's so long is because when we were kids, we were buying comics.
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of kids buying comics now. And so anything you can do to bring the kids in, I am all on it.
There you go. All right, I got the last comment, and it's from our good friend Damien, Sleepy Reader.
Damien!
Yeah, he said, my shop owner says new comic sales are way down, but he's doing well with back issues. I know of a handful of comic shops that are not carrying new books anymore.
Yeah.
They have, I believe our buddy John Stout, I believe his shop in Portland is now not carrying new books. They're just doing the back issues, and then they sell Frisbees as well.
I never get the disc golf.
Yeah, that's kind of what it is. Well, I'm not kidding. That's not a joke. Just
no, it's a disc golf and comic store.
Yeah, exactly. But there's a lot of shops that stopped selling new issues. I know that Mill Geek stopped selling new issues. And as far as I know, I think they closed their doors. They're just selling stuff online right now. I talked to Russ at Rose City Comic Con, and I think he said at the end of September he was closing the doors. But he had stopped selling new books as well. And then, like we said, John's shop stopped selling new books because it's not reliable for one. Because Lunar is the new one that people are trying to use the most of.
Sure.
And Lunar's like, well, we didn't know we were going to have to carry all these other publishers and stuff like that. So everything's in flux as far as like, especially for the independent publishers right now, that they can barely. It's really hard for them. The guy that I talked to, Critical Entertainment, he said he had to give them like a big, huge proposal just for them to say yes. You know, so it's not easy or whatever. So, but a lot of shops are just going to carry the back issues and the old issues and stuff like that. Which, if it works, then go for it. But
I think it makes sense. I mean, it's. Shops that carry just back issues, there are so many different ways to be able to sell your back issues now, especially with the online presence. Yeah. You have auction sites and you put things up online and there's just a lot more there for profit to be made. So, yeah.
All right, so that was our topic of the week.
That was a good topic.
I hope you guys liked that. It was kind of our jumping on point, to get back in here. Our topic for next week is tips and tricks for collecting comics. What are some positive things to do to collect comics if you're starting out new, if you've been in the comic collecting field for a long time. So do me a favor, share with us in the comments down below your tips and tricks to collecting comics, and also why you enjoy collecting comics as well. We always love, the history of how someone got into comics.
Sure.
And we like to share those stories. Because honestly, the stories are awesome.
Oh yeah, the original stories are the best.
It's not, we cry a lot.
Couple of emotional alternatives.
So you touch a nerve. We'll be up here crying into our coffee a little bit. But that's going to be the topic for next week. Like I said, tips and tricks for collecting comics. Please let us know your tips and tricks in the comments down below. And we'll also be asking that on a preview video that comes out on Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon, somewhere around there. Yeah. But that's our topic, brought to you by the 616 Comics. Go to the 616comics.com. They got a bunch of exclusives and really cool things. And they even have Shannon Mayer books. That's a Shannon Mayer one right there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I still have all my Shannon Mayer books.
I know, because you kind of have a thing for that guy.
He's a cool dude.
He's a good dude.
He's a good dude.
He watches this show.
That's Shannon.
That's how we met him.
That is right.
Because he was watching the show and we made a comment about that one rude comic book store owner that was mean to kids.
That's right.
And Shannon's like, let me send you those books to give them to the kids.
Yeah, that's right.
We don't talk about that mean comic book owner.
No.
Very cool. All right, moving on. We're going to go to our, let's see, what is it? We did the topic. Oh, it's the Was It Good segment.
All right.
And the Was It Good segment is brought to you by Comics and Coffee. And they have like coffee that's comic book themed with like, DC stuff. And they have tea as well.
What is up with that, man?
I don't know. But, it is what it is. If you want some tea, you can get some tea.
I guess you can get it from there too.
Yeah, but, it's okay.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. You are, you can show those and I'll tell you if they're any good. Do you remember how this goes?
I do.
Okay, here, go for it.
All right. So the first one is Skinbreaker #1 from Image Comics.
Okay.
One of Robert Kirkman's new ones.
Mm-hmm.
And Travis.
Yes. Oh, shit.
Was it good?
No.
No?
No. I mean, here's the thing about this book. It was okay. It was kind of it's the whole like, here's the leader of the group and someone else in the group wants to take his place. It's that scenario, which has been played out it's like the Black Panther scenario in the movie and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's basically like that. I mean, it's got some different, the skin breaker thing when the skin melts off and stuff. So it's got its own little unique stuff to it, but it's a very common story. And at least for the first issue, that's pretty much it. It's like you got the leader of the tribe or whatever you want to call it. And then you got people like, oh, we're going to challenge the leader and stuff. And it pretty much leads up to that point in this book. It's by, Kirkman and Finch. Okay, so it's a beautiful book.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very beautiful book.
I love Finch.
And apparently, this whole series is already written. So all 8 issues are already done. So, I might check out the second one. And I think a lot of people will because I think it probably sold pretty well. But for me, it was just kind of didn't really grab my attention.
Yeah.
So was it good? It was fine. It was like a first time experience. You're all excited, and then you get there and you do your thing, and that wasn't that great.
You got let down. So you're off to a bad foot already.
Bad experience. There you go.
All right. So the next one from DC Comics, you got Batman #1.
Yeah.
This is another one of those #1s. Matt Fraction, Jimenez on the artwork. So Travis.
Yes.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was. No. It was fine. I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I haven't read some books in a while. Okay. So I was really hoping that the books I chose would really kind of spark my interest. And maybe because I haven't read some books for a while, these might not have been the books to choose because they really didn't spark. I mean, it's a brand new Batman story and stuff like that. It didn't do nothing for me. I actually bought issue #2. I don't even think I'm going to read it. I probably might even just throw that in the giveaway and stuff. So
that's too bad. I love Jimenez's artwork.
Yeah, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, the artwork is good, but the story just didn't grab me for any reason. It was about Killer Croc, and Killer Croc's decided to be like nice.
Okay, what is that?
Yeah, his name is Killer Croc.
Right.
Not playing with the dinosaur Croc.
Right, exactly.
But anyway, there you go. All right, I got one more.
All right. So the last one is from Dynamite. It's called the Herculoids. #1.
Yeah.
And Bueller.
Yes.
Travis.
Yes.
Buddy, was it good?
So out of the 3, I probably liked that one the best. But honestly, it was okay.
Just okay.
Yeah, it was. The guy who writes it, I've had him on the channel a couple times. He's extremely entertaining. I really like talking to him. And so I was looking forward to his personality coming out in the book. And I think it kind of missed the mark a little bit as far as the first issue. And I'm a little biased, obviously, because I know the guy and I really enjoyed talking to him. So I was looking for that. Maybe if I didn't have that experience with him, I might look at it different. I would say this book is fun, but as far as like really grabbing me, like looking forward to #2, probably not too much. But out of the 3, I probably enjoyed that one the most.
Ah, okay, cool.
So there you go.
So not a bad experience.
Yeah. Okay. not a bad experience.
Right.
Not something you're going to revisit.
Right. Exactly.
It was fun for a little while. Yeah, like 4 or 5 minutes.
There you go.
Okay. We're going to get kicked off there on the first episode back. Okay, these are yours that you have. I said, hey, Bob, pick some books and read this. So this is Hyde Street #1. And Bob.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was all right. It's a launching point for. I think it's like a a new universe for Image, like a horror universe.
Yeah.
It's very Twilight Zone centric. It kind of feels like Rod Serling talking at the very beginning, but it's got more of a horror bent, kind of the supernatural horror bent.
Okay.
And I mean, the book doesn't really do a lot. It's just kind of introducing you to characters and that they're in this kind of dimension, Twilight Zone, and so I'm pretty sure it's going to be like an anthology story going forward. They'll have multiple different stories where these characters will interact. I love the artwork, and I think it was a good beginning. I would probably pick up issue number 2.
Nice.
So yeah.
So you had a good experience.
I did have a good experience. And it lasted longer than 10 minutes.
You felt good?
I did feel good.
You felt satisfied when you were done?
Satisfied when I was done. Buddy, come on, man.
That's another deep BS show.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Oh, my gosh.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Okay. This next one is Barbaric, Born in Blood, #1 by Vault Comics. And my good friend, Bob.
Yeah.
Was it good?
You know what? It was.
Nice.
Now, I love the original Barbaric series, and this was a return to form. Highly funny. I love the characters. This one is kind of, they're trying to figure out why, because barbarians are kind of like the ones that keep the land safe, kind of like knights, but, you know, barbaric.
Barbaric.
And for whatever reason, it's kind of failing, and so they're kind of investigating it. But the interaction between the main character and the axe is just so funny. There's a new villain that's being introduced, and I dug it. I definitely would get this going forward.
Yeah. Doesn't this have like a talking axe?
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it thirsts for blood.
There you go. Not a bad deal.
Not a bad
deal.
deal.
You're having really good experiences
So
here.
far.
What are you doing that I'm not?
Hey, you know what? I'm good, buddy.
You got more experience.
I got more experience.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna stick with the Batman theme. So I did the Batman. This is also another Batman. This is Absolute Batman #1. Obviously, it's on like issue 10 or 12 right now. But like I said, we're kind of catching up. But Bob, Absolute Batman #1. Was this good?
I mean, first of all,
Sorry, Batman.
You know, I know they're trying to create a new universe and all that. When it comes to Batman, I don't like the mythology being played with too much. In this particular one, Bruce Wayne is not a billionaire. He's just like an average Joe worker.
That's kind of lame.
That has like, you know, he wants to help the city, and then one of the things in recent years that they've done with Alfred that I just don't like is they've made him like part of MI6, or that he was a commando in his past, and you know, it made Alfred this badass instead of the butler that he is. And in this particular version, he's this MI6 agent. And
so you want your butler to bring you tea?
There you go, right?
There you go.
And I mean, the artwork was good by Capullo. I don't know. I don't like the way he drew Batman inside of this. It didn't really grab me, and I think I was bothered so much by the way they changed things that I just couldn't get into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 disappointing Batman experiences.
Yeah.
It's because that costume gets them all sweaty.
It does, man. It gets sweaty.
It's all
and
sweaty,
tight.
and have you ever seen
Steamy.
Have you seen that Batman clip? It's like a comedy one. They're recreating when he's talking to Bane.
Talia al Ghul.
Yeah, and she stabs him. He's like, oh.
That's not what you said last night.
Yeah. He's like, we had sex. It's really funny. It's on YouTube, so
yeah,
I've watched it a few times. Okay, let's take this off there. We're gonna put this one back up there because it's a really good looking book. So there you go. But that is our Was It Good segment that's brought to you by...
Return to form.
Yeah. It's brought to you by Comics on Coffee. We didn't have... I mean, he liked a couple of his books, but I think out of all 6, we only like 2 of them.
Do 2, yeah.
And I like one of them, kind of.
So
half and half. So hopefully next week we'll get a little bit better selection. Because I really like reading some good books.
Yeah.
And so I'm already picking some stuff out, doing some... And honestly... He's in the same boat I am. We haven't read stuff for a while.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can pick up books that came out over the last year and like, great, check them out.
Let's go for it.
So, anyway, that is our Was It Good segment, brought to you by, like I said, the Comics on Coffee. Use that code Bueller, save 15% on all your coffee needs. But we're going to move on to our random thoughts segment.
Random thoughts, which is now called
Shoot the Shit.
Shoot the Shit.
Shoot the Shit. Brought to you by. I'm sure Blackbox Comics appreciates being the ones bringing you this.
Thank you, Blackbox.
Yeah, we're sponsoring the Shoot the Shit
There
segment.
you go.
So you can use the code Bueller10 on their website at blackboxcomics.net and you save 10%. So there's a few things I want to cover, and we're going to kind of go a different direction real quick. And there's a reason why I want to cover this thing. And I'm not trying to be political, and but there's been a narrative about Portland recently. And both of us he lives in Portland or works in Portland. I'm from Portland. My son lives in downtown Portland. Mm-hmm. I grew up in Portland, okay? The narrative has been said that it's like a war zone. And these are, I'm quoting the words they used to describe it. So this is not, I'm not making this up. It's been described as hell. It's been described as a war zone. Mm-hmm. It's been described as it's on fire and stuff like that. I just want to say that is not the case. Like every big city or any city, and I've traveled to a lot, there is problems.
Yeah.
But the words that are being used to describe it do not match the reality.
No.
And I worry that perception will endanger the people that live in Portland, which includes my son, okay, who lives literally downtown Portland, where they're talking about. My son is a very smart kid. Mm-hmm. He would not choose to live in hell, okay? He's lived there for many years. He likes it. He works right down there at Fred Meyer's. There has been talk of the National Guard coming to Portland to save us from ourselves. I don't know what that is, but I will just say, and I'm taking a different approach to this because a lot of people in Portland, we don't want you. I am saying, hey, if you guys get here, let's hang out.
Yeah.
Take a vacation.
Let's have some coffee.
Yeah, let's get a coffee. Let's get a donut. Because you guys won't have much to do.
Right, that's true.
Check out the comic shops, man. Go ice skating at Lloyd Center. Go on the waterfront. And so I'm trying to put a positive spin on it. Because our troops, if they do come here, it's not their decision.
No.
They're following what they're being told to do. I don't want anything to happen to them. I don't want anything to happen to our citizens here in Portland.
No.
The thing I have a problem with is the narrative saying one thing when it's actually something different.
Yeah.
And you live in Portland.
I do.
And I'm more than happy to walk down in Portland, and I invite anyone to come here. John's Comics with friends, he was here not too long ago, and had a great time. And like I said, there's problems, okay?
Oh, yeah.
It ain't perfect. There's a homeless problem that we've been dealing with for a very long time.
And a crime problem. But
to say it's burning down,
no.
And to say it's like World War II, I think that's kind of dishonoring veterans that served and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, in our own states. And anyway, it's just not true. And
it's not a reality.
Yeah. And wherever you fall on the political spectrum, that doesn't matter to me. It's just like, this is what's being said, and this is what reality is. And reality is a lot different from what's being said. And come see for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's my take on it. Anything?
I agree. I mean, let's try to find a positive spin on it. It doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on. I don't really care, but I do care when, trusted media outlets, I don't know if they're trusted anymore, but media outlets are painting a picture that's actually not true. There's no smoke coming up from Portland. There's no fire. When it comes to a war zone, there's a very small group down. It's just not anything like what they're saying.
The guy, I posted a thing. The guy yesterday outside protesting the ice thing was in a chicken suit. Did you see that?
No.
It's just a guy in a chicken suit out there. Chicken man.
Yeah. I don't think you need the military for that.
Yeah. He's like, I brought chicken.
Yeah.
So anyway, but we just want to say, please stay safe.
Stay safe. Yeah.
For everyone, if that is the case. And like if you do end up coming here, whether you're military, whether you're just coming here for a visit, enjoy the city.
Yeah.
And if we're here, look us up.
Grab a comic book, grab a coffee. I mean, the reason why the show is called Comics and Comics rains here all the time. That's pretty much what you do.
Yeah,
you drink coffee and read comics.
It's starting to rain, so it is what it is. So
it is.
Bring an umbrella, but we'll know you're not from here if you have an umbrella.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Okay, let's move back to the comics real quick. I just wanted to kind of hit that real fast.
Yeah.
And normally we don't, but it's affecting our home.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to hit on critical entertainment. And they're a small publisher, and I've been working with them for a little while. I've known them for a little while. They had a booth at LA Comic Con, and they were nice enough to give us some of the books. And we're going to end up giving these away at a future giveaway. But the first one is The First American. This is issue number 3. Okay? You can hold on to that. Don't damage it.
I'm not going to do anything.
Okay. And then they gave us this graphic novel, this Planetary Expansion, Volume 1.
Nice.
Which is not bad at all. And then there's a couple other books, and this is from a different label, but it's from the same guy. This is Prisoner of the Ghost Land. Not bad. And Good is a Bullet. And I'll go more into details on these books a little bit later, because I'll probably end up reading some and putting them on the first one, or on our What's It Good segment and stuff. But I just want to bring attention to them because it's a small publisher. They're working in their garage or whatever, it's a metaphor, but you guys understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult for these small publishers right now to get any foothold to kind of get their books out there anymore.
Yeah.
And I know how hard this guy's worked, okay, because I've watched him over the last few years. And same thing with Blackbox Comics, And it's like, if we can do anything to help get the word out, that's what we're going to do. And so please do me a favor. The link to their website is down below. And there's a Bueller code there as well. It's a 10% off. You guys can save some money. I do not get any kickback from that. I have never gotten kickbacks from any of the Bueller codes with all the businesses I've worked with. And this, we are doing totally pro bono. I just want to help them out. They're not paying me nothing. I don't want them to pay me nothing. I just want to do our part so that we can help small publishers kind of find their way. Because right now they're trying to get in the comic shops. It's very difficult. We have an audience right here, so please do me a favor. Go check out Critical Entertainment. Buy some of their books. Use that code Bueller, and save a little money and help support a small business.
Yeah.
And I've said this many times. These independent publishers do not get into this to make money. There's a lot easier ways to make money and less stressful. They get into it because they love the medium that it is. They love comic books. Okay, with all of them, I can't think of anyone that isn't in that same boat of the smaller independent publishers.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, I just wanted to highlight those as well, and let's shoot some more shit.
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing? So we're just gonna get caught up here, man, and then we'll finish it off with the final 5 here.
Yeah.
Bob, how you been? People want to know. How's Bob doing?
I'm okay.
I'm okay. I'm like, you know what? Why don't you call that guy and ask him or whatever?
Hey, so, you can always reach out and ask me too.
So what's going on, buddy?
No, I mean, I'm okay. I've been dealing with a number of health issues, and I've just been working on that. Issues with my back, I got a couple of things going on.
Yeah.
But in some ways it's hindered me. Other ways it's taught me to maybe do some things differently, and I've had to learn some new skills. But I'm still navigating that.
Yeah.
And but I mean, I have been asked, why haven't you been around? Why haven't you been online? And it's just because I'm focusing on that right now. I try to spend as much time with my family as I can, and then I'm working on my health. I've lost 42 pounds so far. I still got a ways to go, and I'm going through physical therapy and a couple of other different things, and I'm just making my way through it.
Yeah.
But I'm still here.
Good.
And I think it was really good being able to hang out with the crew last week. That was amazing. Yeah. And but I'm very happy that we get to do this again.
Yeah.
I've missed this.
Yeah. It was. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of, and I alluded to this earlier. Me and Bob do this for many, many episodes, and there was a lot of times Bob would show up at the beginning of the show and just kind of had a rough day.
Yeah.
And I took it upon myself to make sure that when he left, he had a good day.
Yeah.
And we laughed, and there is countless hours of behind the scenes stuff.
You have no idea.
Because the show's long, and it's over an hour, but we'd film for like 2 or 3 hours sometimes.
Yeah.
So there's half the stuff you never saw, and it was pretty much just him cussing.
Half the stuff you couldn't put on there.
Half the stuff. I was like, dude, put your shirt back on, Bob. But or at least put your pants back on.
Hey.
Yeah, but we always had a good time, and I missed it as well. And obviously, throughout my travels, that's one thing that everyone always asks, oh, are you ever going to do this again and stuff, you know? I'm like, I don't know. I don't really know the answer to it.
Yeah.
People always ask, like, oh, why don't you guys do something remotely or, you know, like a Zoom thing? I was like, nah, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, we got to be sitting next to each other. We got to feed off each other's energy, and we kind of got to go from that. So anything else is just like, it's be half-assed.
It's not the same. It really isn't. It really isn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, that's me. And I know that you are still online, you know, a lot. But how have you been? What have you been doing?
I think I mentioned this earlier, but I've now had my bus for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually been in Oregon here for a while. I came back because there was some, you know, I had some loss in the family and some friends as well and stuff. So I've been back for a lot longer than I anticipated to be back. And I'm going to be back here and through Thanksgiving as well. But I've been pretty good. I mean, I've been pretty happy. You know, I do miss the road. It's definitely weighing on me. Like I haven't been on the road for a little while and stuff. And I've been traveling other ways, like flying or whatever, and doing on some smaller trips. But I do miss the road quite a bit. And I look forward to getting back on there. But for the most part, you know, like this is my mom's place. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of staying with her for a couple months. And like I said, there's been some reasons why that is. But I also did that hike across the state of Oregon. And
Pacific Crest Trail.
Yeah, so that obviously I was training for that quite a bit. Now, that's what kind of took me off the road initially. And then obviously hiking across that took me some time as well. And a lot of people were very supportive of that. And so I had a lot of fun doing that. But it's like, as soon as I get done with it, I come here to my mom's and she's like, oh, here's some cookies.
Mom starts feeding you kid.
I'm like, at the time I was done, easily probably the best, physically strongest I've been. Here it's like a month later, I'm like it's totally flipped it. I'm like,
gained 15 pounds in 2 weeks.
Yeah, what's the pudding back here and stuff, you know? I'm like, that wasn't there a few days ago.
Yeah.
But it was quick. It was like really quick, so that's why I'm wearing the jacket.
I know, there you go.
but no, it's been really good. The hiking thing was awesome. I'd never do it again. To be honest, I mean, I did it. It was my goal. I had to come off trail a little bit early, but I was almost done. Like I said, there was personal reasons, but I was pretty happy. I feel like I accomplished what I wanted to get out of it, and
knocked off the bucket list.
That was what was important. So, and now I never have to do it again. Let's hike 400 miles in the woods.
Right. Well, we were all proud of you, man. I mean,
I appreciate that.
You know, when I was really young, that was one of the goals for me and a friend of mine, was to hike the Pacific Crest Trail. I never got to do it.
Yeah.
He ended up doing it like 6 times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was like his thing. And, you know, but I do appreciate anybody who does take that trek, whether it's part of it or the whole thing, it doesn't matter. It's still an accomplishment to go through that. Yeah. And so I'm proud of you, man.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know, on the trip, I actually had a comic capsule in the bag the whole time.
What?
It was in the bag, and I used it as a tray to eat my food.
For your food?
For my food. I mean, I don't know which one it is, but it's all beat up. But I was like, oh, I'm going to bring one with me. And I was going to make some content around it, but I was so exhausted every day, you know, when I was done hiking. So I just literally used it as a tray to make my sandwiches or whatever I made. And it's got peanut butter and mustard all over it and stuff like that.
So go to comiccapsule.com, buy yourself a comic capsule.
Yeah.
You can use it for many things, collecting comics, eating your food off of, smacking your buddy.
Yeah.
You can use it for many things.
Smacking your buddy. These are for you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you get a couple. That's like one of the perks. You get free stuff here and stuff like that.
I love free stuff.
But you got a black one and a clear one, and they got a bunch of covers. They're going to be sending some more our way, so I'll probably share it with you as well. But yeah, that's our Shoot the Shit segment.
Shoot shit.
So let's go ahead and finish it off with our final 5.
The final 5.
And it's brought to you by Comic Capsule. But you want to do the rotate thing again?
Yeah, this time you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, you think you can handle it?
I'm hoping I can.
Okay, you gotta grab them from me before. Okay. So the first one is a classic.
Classic.
This is an X-Men 62 autograph by none other than Neil Adams.
Look at that.
Look at that right there. Well, let it sit there for a second.
Okay.
Don't be so impatient.
Hey!
Okay, grab it.
Thank you.
All right. Next one, we're going a different direction. This is Dead Detective number 5 by Blackbox Comics. Got to show them some love real quick. They emailed me the other day and said, hey, what size shirt do you wear?
Did they really?
Yeah. I'm like, well, now I get to tell you a lot smaller than I used to. So pretty cool. Next one is a shiny cover. This is Thundercats number 5, the shiny cover in a yellow comic capsule.
That looks really nice.
You can't really see it on the thing because it's shiny, but it's all right. All right, this next one, and I don't know what book this is. It's the Scarlet Witch Lady in a pink comic capsule with a pink goodness right there. Not bad.
Very nice looking.
Now this next one, have you seen this one?
No.
That's pretty cool.
It's M&M.
It is. So this is Orbit M&M. I don't even know what this is. I just saw this at LA Comic Con. I thought it was really cool. It's an exclusive, and it's in a blue comic capsule, but that is M&M on the front there, dressed up as Robin. And I just thought it was cool. And I don't buy stuff at Comic Con.
No, you don't.
I spent, you can leave that one there.
Okay.
I spent $15.
Really?
Yeah.
My friend?
Yeah. $15 in the last 4 years at a Comic Con.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Normally
I can't walk out of there without losing my shirt.
Normally I just buy a soda pop.
This is true.
Yeah.
If you don't get a comp, but
yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I bought that. So I was pretty proud of myself.
Yeah.
So
pretty cool.
I bought a comic at a Comic Con.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're moving up. Well, you're moving up, Travis.
Yeah. Let's see if I got anything else laying around here. I don't think I do. But let me go ahead, and before we go, let me just show the giveaway one more time so that way you guys can enter the giveaway. And all you guys got to do to do that is just leave a comment on this video. But you're going to get a chance to win World Tree number 1, Hyde Street number 1, Ghost Machine number 1, Black Hammer Style City number 1, The Scumbag number 1, and Exquisite Corpses number 1, autographed by James Tynion in a comic capsule, and a handful of Ninja Funk exclusives.
There you go.
So that's it. That's it.
Want me to do my final five?
Oh shit. Well, why didn't you say something?
I was waiting.
All right.
All right.
We're new here.
Here's my final
Well, I
five.
don't know what to do with my hands. What do I do with my hands?
Hey, just calm down.
All right.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Okay.
All right. So I got the Avengers number
Those
1.
on pillows.
With Scarlet Witch cover. Pretty cool.
There you go.
And then I'm gonna put my eyes on it. Looks like I got the Flash.
Flash number, I don't know, 2
or whatever.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Kind of a cool cover.
That's the Bjorn whatever. I don't know. There you go. Let me grab it for you.
Then Venom War Symbiotes number 1.
There you go. Look at that one. That was on the thumbnail of one of the videos I made.
That's pretty cool.
All right. Let me grab this.
Next one is Superman issue number 9. Joshua Williamson's run.
Yeah. Maybe we should get him on the show.
That'd be great.
He's local here.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, okay. All right. Maybe we just outed him. Maybe we shouldn't have done that.
And then Deadpool Wolverine World War III number 1. Great cover. And
nice.
this last one, I feel privileged to show it because I really think that Marvel should have had this for an exclusive cover.
Yeah.
But this is a cover that was done by one of our good friends, Jason, from Heroes to Icon.
There you go.
And he gave this to Travis a long time ago, and it's his original artwork. Yeah. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And this is the last of the final 5. Isn't that an amazing cover?
It's really cool. And not to mention, that's actually the 6th one. You got an extra book in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
See, I messed up on the thing. He got an extra book.
No matter what, I was showing that.
Yeah, I figured. So it's very cool, and obviously there's the back also has some artwork on it. This is in a has a clear backing board on as well, so it kind of features everything on there. But I've had that in the collection. Actually, I think 2018.
Jason, my brother from another mother.
I got that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? 6-7 years ago.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, pretty close.
We've been doing this for that long.
Yeah. I mean, I think I met you at the end of middle of 2019 is when I think we met.
God, what a day that was.
Mocha Express was never the same.
Yeah. Who's this guy? Because I always like dudes on the internet trying to hang out with me. I mean, that's kind of what I'm looking for.
Bare-chested buddies, buddy.
Sure. I got no chest hair. I'm hairless. You know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you did.
I'm overabundant in that area.
Okay. All right. We need to wrap this up. Guys, this has been a lot of fun. Like I said, we're going to be doing this for a few more weeks, like 2 more months. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for sticking around. All you guys that are sitting there watching the premiere of this video, I'll be in the chat there saying hello to everybody. This show is and always will be, well, the best show that ever was.
Dear to my heart.
And it's because of you guys. that watch it, you guys that participated. It's because of this gentleman right here, and a little bit of me thrown in as well. But you know what? I take a lot of pride in the show. It's an award-winning show, and it's my honor to be able to bring it back to you guys and share with you guys our joy and love of comics. And so thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You want to say anything before we go?
No, just great to be back. I mean, I've missed you, I've missed this, and I've definitely missed all of you. I won't be in the chat on Monday morning. I do work very early, so I'll already be at work by that time. But if you leave comments, I will comment. Reply back to your comments. But here we are. We're back in the saddle. So
nice, awesome. Love sitting next to this gentleman right here.
Back at you.
I got a new sign off.
You do?
Yeah, it's a
damn it! I remembered the old one.
You want to do? You go ahead and do that, but we're gonna use the new one.
All right,
go ahead and do yours.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, but that's not it.
Okay.
The new one is you don't need to like, you don't need to subscribe. You just need to live your best life. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Bye.